Consider the following test signal patterns. A all. B 1, 2 and 3 only. C 1, 2 and 5 only. D 2, 3, 4 and 5 only. The correct answer is all. If aspect ratio is and number of lines in each frame is 625, the number of picture elements in one frame is AX 625, B 625 2, C 625 2, D 625 2. The correct answer is 625 2. Indicate the false statement. If SWR on a transmission line is infinite, the line is terminated in A open circuit, B short circuit, C pure reactance, D complex impedance. The correct answer is complex impedance. In TV signals, color burst is used. A to maintain color sequence, B to ensure I and Q phase correctly, C to synchronize colors, D for interlacing of horizontal lines. The correct answer is to ensure I and Q phase correctly. The resonant frequency of an RF amplifier is 1 MHz and its bandwidth is 10 kHz. The Q factor will be A 10, B 100, C 0.01, D 0.1. The correct answer is 100. The total number of pulses in a TV remote control is A 14, B 12, C 10, D 8. The correct answer is 14. Which camera tube has highest sensitivity and very wide spectral response? A Vidicon, B Plumbicon, C Vidicon, D Suticon. The correct answer is Vidicon. A computer monitor uses 180 watts in normal operation and 20 watts in sleep mode. The computer is on all the 24 hours but is in sleep mode for 18 hours a day. The energy units saved in 30 days are A 0.54 units, B 86.4 units, C 2.88 units, D 4.8 units. The correct answer is 86.4 units. Consider the following functions. A 1, 2 and 3, B 1, 2, 3 and 4, C 1 and 2, D 1, 2 and 4. The correct answer is 1 and 2. Which of the following antennas is circularly polarized? A dioda, B parabolic reflector, C small circular loop, D helical. The correct answer is helical. In color TV system, the color subcarrier frequency is 4.43 MHz. A true, B false, C, D. The correct answer is false. A transmitter power of 5 watts is increased by 20 dB. The effective radiated power is A 5 watts, B 100 watts, C 25 watts, D 500 watts. The correct answer is 500 watts. The percentage saving in power of 100 modulated suppressed carrier AM signal is A 100, B 75, C 66.6, D 50. The correct answer is 66.6. The maximum distance between television transmission and receiving antennas for reasonably good reception should be A less than 20 kilometers, B less than 100 kilometers, C less than 500 kilometers, D less than 1000 kilometers. The correct answer is less than 100 kilometers. The frequency response of a microphone means A bandwidth of frequencies having output within 1 dB of the output at 1000 Hz. B. Bandwidth of frequencies having output within 3 dB of the output at 1000 Hz. C. Bandwidth of frequencies having output within 1 dB of the output at 500 Hz. D. Bandwidth of frequencies having output within 3 dB of the output at 500 Hz. The correct answer is bandwidth of frequencies having output within 1 dB of the output at 1000 Hz. Graphic equalizer system in stereophonic systems generally have A. 3 or 4 bands, B. 1 band, C. more than 8 bands, D. large number of bands. The correct answer is 3 or 4 bands. An amplifier operating over a frequency range of 18 to 20 MHz has 10K input resistance. At a temperature of 27 C, the noise voltage at input of amplifier is Boltzman constant K 1.38 x 1023 Jk. A 18.2 V, B 182 V, C 16.2 V, D 162 V. The correct answer is 18.2 V. Some sources of TV programs are A 1, 2, 3 and 4, B 1, 2, 3, C 1 and 3, D 1, 2 and 4. The correct answer is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Two sinusoidal signals of same amplitude and frequencies 10 kHz and 10.1 kHz are added together. The combined signal is given to an ideal frequency detector. The output of the detector is A 0.1 kHz sinusoidal, B 10.1 kHz sinusoidal, C a linear function, D a constant. The correct answer is 10.1 kHz sinusoidal. In Vidicon camera tube, the resistance of photoconductive material on the target plate A is constant, B is more in darkness and less in brightness, C is more in brightness but less in darkness and brightness, D may be more or less in darkness and brightness. The correct answer is more in darkness and less in brightness. In a satellite transponder, the power amplifier feeds power P to the transmitting antenna of gain G. If distance of Earth is d, the power flux density is A Pgd, B Pg4Pd2, C Pg4Pd2, D. The correct answer is Pg4Pd2. The percentage saving in power of 100 modulated suppressed carrier AM signal is A 100, B 75, C 66.6, D 50. The correct answer is 66.6. Which of the following are useful in comparing the noise performance of receivers? A 1, 2 and 3, B 1, 3 and 4, C 2, 3, 4, D 1, 2, 4. The correct answer is 2, 3, 4. Compact discs use A magnetic recording and retrieval, B optical recording and retrieval, C optical recording but magnetic retrieval, D magnetic recording but optical retrieval. The correct answer is optical recording and retrieval. A carrier is phase modulated PM with frequency deviation of 10 kHz by a single tone frequency of 1 kHz. If the single tone frequency is increased to 2 kHz, assuming that phase deviation remains unchanged, the bandwidth of the PM signal is A 21 kHz, B 22 kHz, C 42 kHz, D 44 kHz. The correct answer is 44 kHz. In a communication receiver, a squelch circuit is normally inserted. A before detector, B after detector, C before mixer, D after power amplifier. The correct answer is after detector. In PCM, the information lies A in one or two properties of the pulse, B in absence of pulse, C. In presence of pulse. D. In presence or absence of pulse. The correct answer is in presence or absence of pulse. A carrier is simultaneously modulated by two sine waves having modulation indices of 0.4 and 0.3. The total modulation index will be A 0.1, B 0.7, C 0.5, D 0.35. The correct answer is 0.5. A 1000 kHz carrier is simultaneously modulated by 300 Hz and 2 kHz audio sine wave. Which of the following frequencies will not be present in the output? A 998 kHz, B 999.7 kHz, C 1000.3 kHz, D 700 kHz. The correct answer is 700 kHz. SWR for a transmission line is infinity when the load is A 1, 3, 4 are correct, B 1 and 3 are correct, C 2, 3, 4 are correct, D 1, 2, 4 are correct. The correct answer is 1, 3, 4 are correct. The discone antenna is A. Used in UHF range, B. Circularly polarized, C. Used in radar, D. Used as a direction-finding antenna. The correct answer is used in UHF range. The direction of pickup in a CD is A. Linear from center towards edge, B. Linear from edge to center, C. Nonlinear from center to edge, D. Nonlinear from edge to center. The correct answer is linear from center towards edge. A 75J50 load is connected to a coaxial line of Z075 at 10 GHz. The best method of matching consists of using A. A capacitance at some specific distance from load, B. A short-circuited stub at some specific distance from load, C. An inductance at load, D. A short-circuited stub at load. The correct answer is a short-circuited stub at load. In PCM, the amplitude levels are transmitted in a 7-unit code. Sampling frequency is 10 kHz. The bandwidth should be A. 5 kHz, B. 35 kHz, C. 70 kHz, D. 5 MHz. The correct answer is 35 kHz. In color television, V and U signals are A. Same as I and Q signal, B. Same as R Y and BY, C. Modified I and Q signal, D. Modified R Y and BY. The correct answer is modified R Y and BY. Which of the following has highest power gain? A. CE, B. CC, C. CB, D. CB or CC. The correct answer is CE. Two messages M1 and M2 have a probability of 0.5 each. The entropy is A. 0.25, B. 0.5, C. 0.75, D. 1. The correct answer is 1. A TV receiver is 40 cm wide and 30 cm high. The EHT supply required is about A. 2 kV, B. 20 kV, C. 53 kV, D. 10 watts. The correct answer is 20 kV. An AM signal is detected using an envelope detector. The carrier frequency and modulating signal frequency are 1 MHz and 2 kHz respectively. An appropriate value for the time constant of the envelope detector is A. 500 sec, B. 20 sec, C. 0.2 sec, D. 1 second. The correct answer is 20 sec. For signal amplitude modulated to a depth of 100 by a sinusoidal signal, power is A. Same as that of unmodulated carrier, B. Twice the power of unmodulated carrier, C times the power of unmodulated carrier. D times the power of unmodulated carrier. The correct answer is times the power of unmodulated carrier. If transmitted power is 10 kW, the field strength at a distance d is 50 mVm. If transmitted power is reduced to 2.5 kW, the field strength at the same point will be A 25 mVm, B 12.5 mVm, C 6.25 mVm, D 3.125 mVm. The correct answer is 25 mVm. Some features of advanced mobile phone service are A1 and 2 only, B1 2 3, C1 and 3 only, D2 and 3 only. The correct answer is 1 2 3. The carrier frequency will be if L50H and C1NF, A 512, B 612 kHz, C 712 kHz, D 812 kHz. The correct answer is 712 kHz. 3-point tracking is achieved with A. Double conversion, B. Pada capacitor, C. Double spotting, D. Variable selectivity. The correct answer is Pada capacitor. In TV transmitter, visual exciter may consist of A1 2 and 3, B2 3 and 4, C1 2 3 and 4, D1 2 3 4 and 5. The correct answer is 1 2 3 4 and 5. The positive peak of an AM wave is 16 V and the minimum value is 4 V. Assuming single tone modulation, the modulation index is A 0.6, B 0.25, C 4, D 0.36. The correct answer is 0.6. In a circuit, the value of resistor is made 4 times. The noise voltage generated by this resistance will A. be doubled, B. be increased 4 times, C. remain the same, D. become half. The correct answer is B. doubled. A resistor of 10K has an RMS noise voltage of 1 mV under a certain set of conditions. A resistor of 20K under the same conditions will have an RMS noise voltage of A 1 mV, B 2 mV, C 1.414 mV, D 4 mV. The correct answer is 1.414 mV.